Hello and welcome to this first time buyer guide video. This is a free video that I'm giving to all my future clients out there, and just to make sure that they're well aware of the process, make sure that they have the best chances of getting accepted for a mortgage, and it answers a lot of questions that you may have before starting your mortgage journey. So first of all, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Dean. I run my own mortgage broker firm in Glasgow. I've got access to over 90 UK lenders, over 13,000 mortgage products, and I'm extremely experienced. I've been in this industry for over 8 years. I know the mortgage process inside out, and I help clients like you get on the property ladder. So first and foremost, what we'll do is we'll run through what we're going to cover today. So first, I'll give you a quick summary of the mortgage process from start to finish. This will give you an idea of what the process is like and what to expect when applying for a mortgage. The second thing that we'll have a wee chat about will be, is there any 5% deposit mortgages available? So this is a question that I get asked all of the time, especially when coming out of 2020 into 2021. A lot of people want to know, is there any 5% mortgages available and how do we get access to them? Then what we'll talk about is boosting your chances of getting a mortgage. These are some key areas and key tips and tricks on how to boost your chances of getting accepted for a mortgage, especially as a first-time buyer. Then what we'll do is we'll tell you how to get a free copy of your credit report so you can see what the banks hold on you. Then finally, we'll have a chat about the difference between going straight to your bank for a mortgage or using a mortgage broker. Then finally, we'll round off the video telling you where you can get more free content like this. So let's jump in. We'll start off with the full mortgage process from start to finish. First and foremost, you're watching this video, you have already taken the first step. You've decided that you're looking for a mortgage, which is fantastic, and you are probably needing a little bit more help. The first step in the process is having a deposit ready. So whether this be savings or a gifted deposit, then you are a step ahead of everyone else. Having a deposit and knowing that you want to buy is fantastic. The second part of the process is speaking to a professional. So you want to speak to a mortgage professional that will give you an idea of how much you can borrow and check your credit profile so you can see how likely you are to be accepted for a mortgage. Now this step is called getting a decision in principle. Some banks call it an agreement in principle, but it means the same thing. So in my role, what I would do is I would go to the lender with the best deal on the market, present you as my client, and ask them if you would be accepted for this. Now they'll then run off and do a credit search, normally within 24 hours, and then they'll come back and say, yes, that's great, or no, it's not. Now, if you go directly to your bank, if they say no, that's it. It's done. They've said no. Whereas if you come to a mortgage broker and the first bank says no, the second bank may say yes, the third bank may say yes, you've got a lot more options. Once you've got that decision in principle, you'll then be presented with a decision in principle certificate. This is your key to view properties. This means that you can actually look in your price range, and if you see a property that you like, then you can put an offer on it. So the next step, let's say you have went and viewed a lovely house and you get that feeling, that feeling that you get when you want something and you know it's the right one for you. Once you get that feeling then, and you've got your decision in principle, you can make an offer on a property. So that's when you would speak to your solicitor. If you don't have a solicitor at that stage, then you can get one. They're very easy to find. There's quite a lot of solicitors in Scotland and the UK. You would then say to them that you want to make an offer on the property, and they would draft up your offer and submit it to the seller's solicitors. Once your offer is accepted, you would then come back to me. I would do all of your mortgage advice, mortgage applications, do all the paperwork, make sure that you're well looked after, and explain absolutely everything in regards to what mortgage you're taking, who the lender's with, why I've recommended that mortgage, why it's suitable for yourself, and more importantly, how to protect your mortgage. So that's how to protect your income, protect your mortgage, just in case the worst happens. That means that you've got the right income at the wrong time. And then once we've give you the recommendations and you're happy with the recommendations, I'll then go off and submit your application. Once your application is submitted, then it will take about 3 weeks for your offer to come back as fully accepted. And then once you've got your mortgage offer accepted and you're approved for your mortgage, that's when I pass the offer over to your solicitors. Your solicitors will then complete the legal work and they'll work towards a completion date. On this completion date, all the money is transferred over and you get your keys from the estate agent. And that's how easy it is. It should never be complicated. It should never be a hassle for yourself. You should be very hands-off at this stage. Well, throughout the process, you should be very hands-off after you've had an accepted offer. Then you will get more hands-on when you get your keys and you have to start moving everything. That's the full mortgage process from start to finish. Not complicated at all, especially when you're speaking with a professional. So the next question to ask is there any 5% deposit mortgages available? The answer, in short, is yes. There's a lot more lenders coming out with 5% deposit mortgages, and there's a lot more coming into the market, especially after stopping a lot of the lending at 95% in 2020 due to, well, we all know what happened there. Now a lot more lenders are coming on, they're feeling a little bit more confident. I would always say the higher the deposit that you've got, the better. This can be from savings, it can be gifted. One thing to watch is that you shouldn't go out and actively seek a loan for a deposit, as a lot of lenders will not accept that. That reduces the lenders that you can go to from 90 down to about 1 or 2 at a push. To how to boost your chances of being accepted for a mortgage. This is crucial. These tips will really, really help you. So the first one is knowing your income. If you are employed or you're self-employed, there's different routes that you'll need to go down to get your income. So if you're employed, you need 4 months pay slips and 2 years P60s ideally. You'll also need 4 months recent bank statements for each account that you hold. This is just to give yourself an overall picture of what your income is and that it all matches up with what you say it is. All lenders will work off of your gross annual basic income. Some will look at bonus, some will look at commission, and some will look at overtime, all at different amounts. But the best thing for you to do is know your income and know what it is. Now, if you run your own limited company or you're a sole trader, you will want to prepare your 3 years recent accounts. If you do not have 3 years accounts, then 2 years will still do. If you've only got 1 year's accounts or 1 year's books, then you will have to speak to a professional. This is a very specialist area and we need to make sure that you're getting the right advice. If you're a sole trader and you've got an accountant, fantastic. If you do your own returns, that's still okay. If you're a limited company, you would be expected to have some sort of an accountant and at least 3 to 4 months of bank statements for your business as well. Another thing to know, as well as your income, you need to look at your outgoings. So this means any credit cards, loans, hire purchase, car loans, PCP, Klarna, PayPal credit, anything like that. You'll need to know who the lender is, how much it's for, what the balance is outstanding, and the end date. Another question that you will get asked is this going to continue when you have the mortgage, or will you be paying it off? If you're paying this off, they'll want to know how you're paying it off. Moving on, how to get a copy of your credit report for free. So your credit profile is crucial when you are applying for a mortgage. If you've got any defaults, CCJs, or any adverse credit or missed payments, then this can affect you getting a mortgage or getting a good rate. And it's still good to check your credit report just to make sure that there's nothing on there that shouldn't be. I've put a link in the description so that you can get a free trial of your credit report from Check My File. This will let you download your report for free within the trial period. If you choose to keep your account after the 30-day trial period, then it will cost you $14.99, but you can cancel at any time. You just go into your account, click cancel again, and then that is your account cancelled and you will not be charged. What's the difference between going to your bank or using a broker? So we'll start off with a bank. I've worked for NatWest, I've worked for Santander. Well, I worked at NatWest as a mortgage advisor and I know the process inside and out. So when you go to a bank, you get offered restricted advice. What this means is that they can only offer you products from their product range. They cannot offer you products from any other banks or building societies. So straight away, you're limited to what you can get. Also, the process can be very lengthy. Sometimes there can be wait times for up to 3 weeks to get speaking to a mortgage advisor. This can just be on the phone. If you're looking at a local branch, it could take months, which, to be honest, if you're looking to move quite quickly, it's not ideal. On top of that, sometimes there's different pricing, which a lot of people don't know. A bank could offer you a deal which they might offer brokers at a different rate. Something to think about as well, especially if you are looking for the best deal on the market. Using a broker, just to give you some tips and tricks when you are using a broker, you want to use a broker that's going to educate you. You want to use a broker that knows what they're talking about and isn't just going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what they advise, what their recommendations are, and why they're recommending it. Also, you want to work with a broker that will tell you how to protect your assets as well. So protect your home, protect your income, and really look after you. Not only that, they should have really good reviews. For example, I get nothing less than 5-star reviews on Facebook and Google, as I've said, and that is something that I pride myself on. I treat my clients the way I like to be treated. So that's what you should look out for as well. All the paperwork should be completed for you, and you should have some sort of direct access to your broker as well. So for example, you should have access to their phone number or the email address. With banks, you're going to get passed on to, a call center. You might not have direct access to your advisor. If you're okay with that, then fine, but most people I know will want to have direct access to the professional that's working with them. If you've got any specific questions, then feel free to reply to the email that I'll send you. Feel free to subscribe to this YouTube. I've got more information and more videos on TikTok as well, which are completely free to view. And I've also got a Facebook, which I keep updated as well. If you've got any questions, do not be a stranger. Feel free to reach out, and I hope you have learned something today. I'll speak to you soon.